home.
Hi, I'm Mike McLean and welcome to the House of Games Sporting Arena. Any minute now, two top British families will be entering through those doors. Both families ready to take on 5 unique sporting events. And they're both going for gold and both wanting that ultimate accolade to be crowned House of Games Champions 2004. So forget about the legends of the past and prepare to meet the champions of the future. Let the trumpets sound. First, from a southern town that is both a port and the home of a significant garden gnome manufacturer, from Sheerness, it's the Crouchers. Their opponents today come from the northern birthplace of Cold Feet star Helen Baxendale, England striker Alan Smith and Jane MacDonald of the Crews from Wakefield, West Yorkshire. It's the Thomases! Both families are not only playing for family pride, but the fact that they really do want to humiliate each other. So let's find out more about the families and their grievances. Well, as you can see, both families there wanting the gold medals. In fact, they're both in there now. Yeah, get him to stretch more. Anyway, it's time to meet a man now that is a friend of mine. He's part of the furniture here. And guess what? He's living in my shed. He's the silver-haired fox, Mr. Sid Waddell. How are you, Sid, today?
I'm pretty good. Your mother's just been here with a black hat on, said, well, I'll look after this. She's collected the rent. Meanwhile, on the stairs, we've got them lodging down in flying many feet, and mums and daughters are still looking cool in the pool. Sarah Bridges, 2003 British Ladies Heavyweight Bodybuilding Champion, is our judge for our first event.
Come on, do some weightlifting, Kat. See what you can do.
Who could resist an invitation as sweet as that? Our two weightlifting champs just get nice and steady. Gary, looking immaculate in the headband. Russell checking his tash and surveying the massive amounts of crockery that we expect them to lift here.
First contestant, red team, please.
First up, 5'10", 14 stone, looking brussing. Mortgage advisor Gary Croucher. I hope he's got enough in the bank to cover this one. No bother to the chin, no bother up. 34 plates, raised like a finger bowl.
Next, the blue team, please.
Well, Russell here, 16 stone. No stranger up north to hot dinners. No to 34 dinner plates.
Even grip.
First efforts. No bother. Past his chin. Halfway the chandelier. Level game. Great weightlifting. Now, at the 34 dinner plates, 26 fish plates, and 16 sauces. It would give me a hernia, but not to these two mighty men. Packing on the porcelain here.
Come on, red team. Shows how strong you are. Come on.
It's an enormous
Easy.
lift from the first one.
That's it.
Gary does it easily. Eddie the Eagle fan flying here.
Very good.
Now, Russell Thomas, surprise,
you,
surprise,
Brucey.
is Nigel Mansell fan. And I think Nigel has lent him that moustache from his extensive collection. Anyway, he whacks it up easily. What a tournament.
Some,
Well,
fish
this is
plates,
looking
sauces.
as though the kitchen sink might end up in them two buckets now. But the contestants looking equally, what's the word, tense, but confident.
See how strong you are now. Come on. Think about it.
Think about it, they must, because we've doubled the dinner plates to 64. This will take some lifting, never mind balancing. Fantastic effort there. Well, it's an amazing standard, this, as Russell steps forward. This is a tash twister, this one. He's up in there and straight armed in the twinkling of an eyebrow. Brilliant standard.
Dinner plates.
Well, the cupboard's bare now. We've added 2 fish plates and 14 side plates, and we're thinking about using paper. The scale shows we're at the maximum these buckets can carry.
It's heavy.
I'll echo that. Here comes
Even
Gary
Think about it.
for the South. Up the apples and pears, right at Johnny Orner. Can he get it above his own noddle? He can! Magnificent lifting by the Southerner. Well, as a Northerner myself, I'm a little bit biased. Come on, kidder! Show him! Piling at him!
Come on, think about it. Easy.
To match it at the most weight we can have in the buckets! Good old Russell equals up! Tremendous!
I'd like to congratulate both the teams. Well done. They've done the maximum weight. No more can go into the bucket. And declare this contest as a draw.
Honours even for the North and the South. The Crouchers 1 point. Same for the Thomases.
I noticed in your lifting you had a nice little technique there, didn't you? You got it and then you just locked your arms and you went... Have you been practising this at home?
No, but I mean, bring it on with the Norths and the action just automatically comes out.
Is that... Oh! So what you're saying is that the Northerners are not very good?
Well, that bar had to go up as far north as it could, and I made sure it went there, mate.
Oh!
Seen the lads in action. Now it's time for the ladies. Lauren in red. Kirsty in blue. Both 12. Mum Debbie, she's a runner. And Nicola.
Contestants, take your marks.
So it's two 12-year-olds and a 41-year-old mum.
Now
and a
get
13-year-old lining up. They've got to do the strokes in order, remember. You start with 2 laps at butterfly. And it's a brilliant kickoff by little Lauren in lane 1. She's the school swimming champion and she's into her backstroke now beautifully. Nearly came out the pool at this end. Meanwhile, Kirsty is up with her in a bit of a collision there, but Lauren looking very, very confident. Mum, who's a runner, wins all the school sports. Number 3 lane is doing well as Debbie. But at the moment, it's the junior on the inside lane, number 1, who's coming through to win. And second, it is Kirsty. And confirming there, applause by Mum for her daughter. Lauren took it for the South.
Well, ladies, it was a very good race, but there was a clear winner, and that's red, lane 1.
Problem is, who was second?
Second was extremely close, a photo finish, but in the end, it went to blue, lane 2.
Confirming then that there's a point there for Kirsty in the blue hat, but the Crouchers took the vital 3. They now lead by 4 points to 2. Heading off then for the Crouchers. 11-year-old Abby under the eyes of the family on the 12-foot slope, 7 inches wide, and then flick with the feet at the bottom. Not much extension of the legs there. We've been having scores regularly over 2 meters. You see the course from her point of view, a little wobble in the middle. With a bit more coordination, she might put half a meter onto that. 1 meter 84. And hot from the pool, where she gained some vital points. It's Kirsty for the Thomases. Seemed to straighten her legs too early there. There was no reaching out in the latter stages of the leap. Legs not fully extended. Only 1.41 meters. Here's Abby again. Into action nicely, nicely balanced. And I think she did get a bit more elbow and arms work into that. Could be better than her first attempt. You see, the legs extended. Not quite as good as her first one. The dads approve. And here's Kirsty in Wakefield when she's not riding the stairs. She's playing football and getting medals. Well, bad that one. She let her arms trail back. It'll be marked to where the hands hit. Sad to say. Not a good one. Didn't seem to get enough forward extension. But in fact fell back on her hands, but improved on her cleaner performance earlier. Still all to be had. Now this lassie is a bit of a fast bowler, I gather. Abby's into cricket. And again, she gets the backward touch. That means the mark is where her gloves hit the floor. It looks good there. And that was pretty. Her feet were brilliant there. 1.72, nearly as good as her best. All to do then now, Kirsty has to get well up to 180. Has she done it? It looked like a bit of a plonky landing to me. Got to use technical terms here, folks. Plonky landing worth how much? Here's the measure. Here's the replay. Did fly well forward. No back tip with a hand this time. Has she won?
On her final attempt, blue competitor Kirsty jumped 1 metre 62. Therefore, Abby is the winner.
So here it is, folks. The Crouchers have 7. The Thomases a mere 2.
Well, congratulations. You must be, well, dead chuffed.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind as you were sliding down that banister?
Win.
Oh, just win. That's genius, that is. This is what's still to come in the arena, where gold medals are what these two families want to walk home with. We turn a flower bed into a sports field as two mums go head-to-head in our plant pot putt. As for me, well, I'm going to sneak off and have a little bit of a chocolate bar.
I don't think so.
Oh, a human part too. Welcome back to the House of Games. Today sees the Croucher family from the south. They've got 7 points. And the Thomas family from the north, they've got 2 points. And that's after 3 events. The good news is there's still 2 events to play for. Obviously, I've got to remain neutral. Can't tell you who I want to win.
A garden perfectly normal except for some white lines. 4 garden gnomes in team colours of blue and red. And key things, the plants. Hydrangea, climate hydrangea, and Ogranthi mum. Speaking of mums, leading out for the first time in the show in the blow is Kathleen Thomas. Behind her, ready and up for it, Debbie Croucher.
Red competitor Debbie, chalk up and select your first pot.
Debbie chalks up with best talc. Just a mere dusting, a sprinkling even, as her opponent, who's a dinner lady, watches on, hoping this shot won't be covered in gravy. Here it goes! Very nice. Oh, held together the plant and the missile. Pretty good in that, I reckon. And as the experts step out to gnome it, as we see in our policy, Emmy and Mike, she looks, a bit dubious. See a nice style. And the mark-up, as we re-see, yeah, she got a lot of bottom wrist behind the putt. Here's the result. 4 metres, 92. You know what she's dancing in there? Clapping. The Reds do well to start. Meanwhile, the hands, the dollop up sausage and mash to the kids. Ooh, nearly dolloped herself on the grass.
Prepare to toss your first pot in your own time.
First pot of 3 attempts. Trying to get it well over 4 metres, and remember, it's not the plastic that counts, it's where the indentation is made by the orange pot material itself that counts. We see it again. She's got a lot of elevation on the pot legs, but I think she's just short. Confirming that, 4 metres 47. And here's Debbie then, trying to improve on around 4.7. 3 goes.
Prepare to toss your pot in your own time.
Prepares the toss. That seemed to be dipping all the way. Not enough elevation for my money. I'll be very surprised if she beats her mark of earlier. Now watch this, you see. She didn't get full lower muscle of the arm into the projection. Only 4.62. She still leaves though with 492 metres. Right, I don't know if she eats her own sausage and mash, this lady,
Blue,
but she's going to need
prepare to toss your second pot.
an energy flush here. There goes! Can't second pot, and my shed is in danger from missiles. A measure up. It looked good in. She went slightly cockeyed with angle. But that lift at the last minute of the nose cone of the pot might have just nipped. It does nip. What a tournament, 497.
Chalk up and select your final pot.
For the honour of the South, Debbie has really got to think 5 metres plus. Here she goes. She is selecting R.G. Rumphy Mum.
Debbie, prepare to toss your pot in your own time.
And the kids are shouting, fling that missile, Mum! Well, pot flying, methinks, well over 5 metres. Just watch this. Ooh! Eat your heart out, the experts at Cape Canaveral. That nose cone went mile 6.2. I do not believe it. The Blues, led by Russell Thomas. Look on. Now, if she gets this one straight and well away from my shed, the North will have won. Well, she did not get it straight at all. Again, it was fairly near. Sydney's little house on the green prairie. It twisted all sorts of ways. The nose cone didn't go far enough.
Blue competitor Kathleen tossed her final pot 4 metres 70. Red competitor Debbie is the winner.
So there you go. She lost the angle. Did Kath. The Crouchers increased their lead to 10-2. Is there any stopping these Ramban Southerners in red? Lauren is now going to lead off for the Crouchers, who've got 10 points to the Thomases only 2. That 8-point lead translates into a 4-second start for the Crouchers. So she's out in the garden before Nicola in the blue is back. The handover, well, pretty tight corner movement there did the Blues. But what's happening now? Debbie, athletic, fit, has got it mastered, synchronized movement. Meanwhile, Kath is about as mobile as an elephant with lead boots on. Oh my goodness. Well, if she gets around her own kitchen like this, the housework won't be done by tea time. Meanwhile, the race work is going all the way up the Reds yet again. Lauren dancing, because Mum has developed a technique. Speaking of techniques, Kath has not developed a technique. This owes a lot to Quasimodo. It's a hunchback style, but it is effective. The batting is now going to be passed outside to Gary on his bike, miles ahead, up in the saddle. Meanwhile, Russ Thomas can only wait and hook. On the velodrome, Gary swoops towards poolside as Kath struggles, gets off the bike and onto the deck. Quick bit of disrobing. It doesn't matter that Bonds hat has gone in the pool. He's got to take everything off within reason, as we see a desperate Russell Thomas trying to get a bit back of street cred for the North. And here he goes. No style. 2 swoops of his arm. He's done a length. Meanwhile, Russell tries. Wants to close the gap. Gary, the last handover to little Abby. The star of our banister jumping. Time still of cushion of buttons. She's dancing like Snow White amongst those little dwarves. Time of the essence. Because the 2 best teams in our 15 competitions go to the grand final. Meanwhile, Russ, well, I know they have baths up north, but who needs to waste water? Goes in as though he hasn't had a good one for many days. Just drowning himself, taking the sweat off, coasting along, the cause is lost. But still, Kirsty will swoop around, trying to get back a bit of northern pride. Even the elves are mocking them. There's no mercy in the House of Games, especially if you're a loser. Those stairs are as high as Kilimanjaro. As we re-see the moment when the North got drenched.
Congratulations. I've never seen a more determined family. Dad, this must be the happiest day of your life.
Oh, it's better than the day we got married, isn't it? honestly, well, this means something, doesn't it? Let's
It
face
does. It means that the South have beat the North. Congratulations, you are the winners. Sid.
Excellent stuff by the Crouchers, but sad news. 2 minutes 9 seconds is pretty good, but it just fails top 2.
I'm afraid the losers, you have to hold that high and leave through the back door. I'm sorry about that, but well done. You'll get applause as you go out. Off you go. Sorry. That remains for me to say, the Croucher family, go and get your gold medals, and we'll see you next time in the House of Games for some great sporting action. Goodbye.
They came from the south, from Sheerness, and they conquered the north. The Crouchers stand together, proud and tall. Beaming Dad, Gary. Abby, star skier. Lauren, super swimmer. And highly competitive Mum Debbie. Commonwealth swimmer Lucy awards the medals. Who can forget Gary's plate lift? Abby's wink on the stairs. Lauren carving through the water like jaws. Brilliant terpsichore in a red plastic bucket by Mum Debbie. Now, bonded in pride, they deserve to wallow in glory.